accept this. Then there are those who believe the right tools or equipment can make them just as good as the best in the business. I'm not saying these people can't achieve these things. I'm saying that level of accomplishment takes practice and experience. I think it's important that anybody who'd like to hire a professional photographer understands what to look for, so you don't get stuck with a self-proclaimed faux-tographer who charges money but lacks the professional skills to really supply you with quality photographs. What have you got to lose? In some cases, it's just treasured memories at a wedding or another important event that isn't captured. In some cases, it can actually be dangerous to hire a photographer. I'll help you learn what to look for, and hopefully next time you hire a professional, they really are one. She might be a photog if her prices can only go up. Typically, you get what you pay for. If somebody's offering a $50 session with no extra cost for images, it's not possible for them to be supporting a full business. Low prices can be the first warning sign, but beware, people with no experience can still charge lots of money. Instead, professional photographers can charge what seems like high rates for sessions and prints, but they're supporting a business with rent, cameras, editing equipment, and lots of time. If you want lower rates, try finding a professional who's just starting out, or maybe they have an off-season with lower rates like hot Phoenix summers or cold Denver winters. He might be a photog if he hands out photos and CDs like it's Christmas. It's what everyone wants these days. A CD with all their photos on it, so they can go print the images themselves. It's great in theory, but if somebody's willing to charge just a few bucks and include a whole CD of photos, they're more than likely not taking time to edit those photos. It's part of the art of photography. The average professional photographer spends about 6 to 10 hours per client for every hour of shooting time. That plus their expertise is what you're paying for. If you don't pay much money for a house, you're not going to expect a chateau or a castle. She might be a photog if her edited photos make it look like somebody died or got sick. Even if the photog takes time to edit the images they give you, they often don't understand or have any regard for things like skin tone or realism. This person looks like they've gone to heaven, and this kid looks like it has a severe rash on its bum. Instead, professional photographers know how to edit photos so you look great. When they're done, the pictures might look magical, but they don't insert the magic by actually photoshopping in literal pixie dust. He might be a photog if he thinks owning Air Jordans is going to make him ready to play for the NBA. Here's an important bit of information. Just because somebody owns a professional camera does not mean the person is a professional photographer. Those Air Jordan shoes aren't going to help you jump as high as Michael Jordan. You still have to have the skills to use them. Instead, it takes time to build up years of experience. The difference between photogs and professionals is that professionals recognize that they have more growing to do. Even the very best ones are constantly on the search for ways to improve. Photogs often believe their creations are beautiful and beyond reproach. She might be a photog if all the vampires in the room disintegrate when she takes a picture. Nobody likes to get flashed in the face, especially people like vampires who disintegrate in light. It might light up a scene, but typically light that isn't bounced or diffused makes for unprofessional photos. It's especially bad if the only flash a photographer has is one that pops up. Professional photographers are pretty obsessed with light, whether it's studio lighting, outdoor lighting, or flash. Knowing how to manipulate light is what can take an okay picture or even a good picture and make it a great one. Photogs might get lucky once in a while, but professionals know how to make the best of any lighting situation. He might be a photog if he hangs babies from trees. Here's where the danger of using a photog comes in. Often photogs will look at images done by professionals and not knowing any better, they'll try to replicate them. Unfortunately, this can be very dangerous for little babies left to hang free or precariously propped in unsafe positions. Professional photographers actually use multiple images to achieve those adorable but somewhat perilous poses. They can make sure the baby is being held safely at all times, and then they use Photoshop to combine the images. You can see a behind-the-scenes look here. She might be a photog if she thinks backup is what you do when you run across a critter. It happens to the best of us. We're working away, and the computer crashes, wiping out all our hard work. If a photog hasn't saved a backup of your images somewhere, then they're lost forever. Professionals make sure that your images and moments are safe by ensuring backup on all fronts. They back up your images on their computers, most have backup equipment, and many have a backup photographer. What's going to happen if your photog is sick on your wedding day? You might be a photog if your client images are printed at the same place that you get prescriptions filled. Sure, they might just take an hour, but the colors won't necessarily be what they're supposed to be, and when somebody crops a photo from an 8x10 to a 5x7, people's heads might get cropped right off. Just as there are pro photographers, there are pro printers. Joe down at the local drugstore probably doesn't qualify. Professionals have access to printing labs that non-pro photographers can't use, and products like special metallic prints that faux togs can't provide. So remember, to avoid photogs, ask about their experience, be wary of deals that seem too good, ask about their gear, and look at their photos. Watch out for those bright flashes. And most importantly, if they think point and shoot is something you do with a camera, definitely avoid them.